Imagine making $100,000 a year and still feeling stressed every single month about bills, rent, groceries, and debt. Sounds crazy, right? But this is becoming the new reality for millions of Americans. People are working harder than ever, earning more than previous generations, yet somehow they still feel financially trapped. So, what exactly happened to the American dream? Why do good salaries no longer feel enough in the United States? In today's video, we're breaking down the real economic reasons behind this growing financial pressure. Welcome back to The Dollar Pilot. Today we're talking about why even people with good salaries are struggling financially. For decades, Americans believed that earning six figures meant success. If you made $100,000 a year, you were considered financially secure. But in today's economy, that number doesn't stretch the way it used to. The first major reason is inflation. Over the past years, the cost of living has risen dramatically. Grocery prices increased, rent prices exploded. Mortgage payments became more expensive because of higher interest rates. Car insurance went up. Healthcare costs continued rising. Utility bills climbed. Even fast food and everyday essentials now cost noticeably more. Meanwhile, wages have not kept up with inflation at the same pace. This creates a situation where people technically earn more, but their purchasing power feels weaker. Take someone earning $100,000 in expensive cities. In cities like New York, Los Angeles, Miami, San Francisco, or Seattle, that money evaporates quickly. They may still struggle after paying taxes, rent, student loans, car payments, insurance, childcare, and groceries. A lot of Americans are discovering that a good salary no longer automatically creates financial freedom. Another massive problem is lifestyle inflation. As income rises, spending usually rises too. People upgrade apartments, buy newer cars, and finance expensive electronics to match their new income level. They subscribe to multiple streaming services, order more delivery food, and try to maintain a lifestyle that looks successful online. Social media made this even worse. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok constantly show luxury lifestyles. People compare themselves to influencers without realizing many of those lifestyles are heavily financed by debt. And speaking of debt, it is now deeply built into American life. Credit card debt has reached record highs. Student loan debt still affects millions. Auto loans are getting bigger. Buy now, pay later apps are becoming normal. Many Americans are financing lifestyles they realistically cannot afford long term. This creates constant financial pressure. Housing is another huge reason Americans feel broke. The market became incredibly expensive after the pandemic. Home prices surged across the country, while mortgage rates climbed sharply due to interest rate hikes. For younger Americans especially, buying a home now feels almost impossible in many cities. Previous generations often bought homes with one income. Today, many require two full-time incomes just to qualify. Some Americans now spend over 40% of their income on housing alone, leaving little room for saving or building wealth. Healthcare costs are also creating major financial stress. Even Americans with insurance fear unexpected medical bills. One emergency room visit or health issue can financially damage families for months or even years. This creates anxiety even among higher income earners. And here's something important many people don't fully understand. Have you noticed that every time you walk into a grocery store in America, somehow you leave spending way more money than expected? A few bags of groceries now cost what an entire shopping cart used to cost just years ago. Everything feels more expensive. And millions of Americans are asking the same question right now. Why are grocery prices still rising even when inflation headlines are supposedly slowing down? The truth is, hidden forces like supply chain disruptions and energy costs are quietly making food more expensive across the United States. From labor shortages to corporate pricing power, the problem goes deep. Many point to greedflation as a major driver. Millions of Americans are working harder while falling behind. Understanding these economic shifts is the first step toward protecting your financial future. Stay informed and stay disciplined. I'm your host for The Dollar Pilot. We'll see you in the next analysis.